the previous video, we saw Sejun and his friends coming face to face with soldier ants that were really strong. Quang struggled against them, and the ants even tossed away Garon with their immense strength, but Mama Bear slashed them with her powerful claws. She proved her supremacy by tearing through the horde of the soldier ants, but they worked together to block her attacks. Suddenly, the blue moon started, powering up both of them, and the enraged Mama Bear made quick work of the soldier ants. Sejun was happy about that, until the mother bear saw him as a threat and tried to attack him. Luckily, the flame of protection purified her and put her to sleep, but just then, the corrupted ants attacked them. Sejun and his friends could not fight against them without the mama bear, and got captured by the ants. The corrupted ants smashed Sejun to the ground and started strangling him when he didn't die because his unbreakable body. Sejun felt hopeless and accepted his death when suddenly, Aileen appeared there in her human form and destroyed all the ants in one fell swoop, saving Sejun and his friends. Meanwhile, Garon, Quang and his mom are on the ground, sleeping so peacefully, like they didn't face a life-threatening situation just now. Suddenly, Quang gets up from his sleep and looks up to find Sejun in the arms of the newly waifu-fied Aileen. However, he doesn't know what is going on or who the winged woman is, and his first guess is that she is an angel who saved all of them. He feels relieved on seeing her, and his body relaxes on its own. Meanwhile, Aileen holds Sejun close and says his name, but Sejun is still not fully awake. He is dizzy from Aileen's magic earlier and doesn't know how to respond to her. Aileen apologizes to him for being late, but then she notices her hand returning back to its normal form. She realizes that there is not much time left for her to remain in her transformed state. As Aileen checks her hand that is becoming more and more like a dragon, with each passing second, she asks, why is this happening to her? She tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. She tried to surprise Sejun by appearing in a human form, but she had to use up all her mana to protect him from the ants first, and now she doesn't have enough mana to keep her transformation. She is on the verge of crying because she is so upset about this. Suddenly Sejun stretches his hand to wipe away her tears and tells Aileen that she is pretty. Aileen is really moved on hearing this, and she starts blushing because Sejun has got the riz. However, he immediately falls asleep after saying that, and Aileen feels even worse now. She apologizes to him because she can't be with him any longer. She also has mixed feelings because she gave him the skill, unbreakable body that saved his life, but he kept suffering because of that. She then says that everything is okay now, and even though it was just for a moment, she was really happy to meet Sejun in person. She says that she will see him again in a little while, and then leans in for a kiss. At least, buy him dinner first, Aileen. At the same time, on the 55th floor, Greed is sipping wine casually as he watches the blue moon from the windows of his dark room. He remarks that the blue moon is going to end soon, but luckily, the Red Ribbon Kingdom is not influenced by its energy in the first place because of the barrier around them. He then chuckles menacingly, saying that even though the blue moon is still active, they have no reasons to stop the labor of the rabbits in the Red Ribbon Kingdom. The poor rabbits are forced to work hard by Greed's soldiers, who are ready to whip the impoverished rabbits for any mistake they make. The rabbits harvest potatoes without any hint of life in their eyes, and Greed enjoys the show from the room, which is actually a prison cell. There, Greed is holding an important prisoner, whom he reminds that he asked him to give an answer before the blue moon passed. The prisoner is none other than Zerath, and Greed mocks him, saying that it seems that his father doesn't seem to care too much about him. Zerath furiously growls at the greedy pig, yelling that things won't go his way. Meanwhile, the guards outside the kingdom are just chilling and yawning because they don't have anything to do. One guard says that the Red Ribbon Kingdom has been peaceful for years thanks to Greed, so there is no point in them standing guard, and the other one agrees. The first guard says that he just wants to sleep, and just then a voice tells him that she will help him do that. The guard wonders who is speaking when he suddenly sees a little hamster wielding a magic staff in her hands. Before he can even react, Iona finishes her spell to put him to sleep, and in all that, The second lazy guard has not yet seen who attacked his partner. He begins asking who is here, when suddenly, Elka sneaks behind him and knocks him out with a single punch. As soon the guard pig falls unconscious, Elka tells his friends that they can come out now. Theo, Black Rabbit and Pew Pew pop out from a nearby bush like they were waiting for this their entire lives, and then Theo goes to praise Iona's magic immediately. Meanwhile, Pew Pew tells the Black Rabbit that Zirath is probably being held in the underground prison of the castle. Hegel adds that they don't know what kind of security is inside the castle, so they need to be very careful, and Elka fully agrees with him. The Black Rabbit then tells Pew Pew that no matter what, he will protect her, and once that happens, they head inside the castle. They walk silently, trying not to make a noise, but then Pew Pew gets nostalgic on seeing her childhood home. She has only faint memories of the time she spent in this castle, and she gets teary-eyed on seeing that nothing has changed. However, she can no longer feel the warmth she used to feel from this place when it was her home. Suddenly, Theo gets alert because he feels something ominous, but Iona tells him to stay silent. Elka remarks that for a place that kidnapped the son of the Wandering Merchant Association's president, this place has really poor security, and Iona agrees with him, saying that greed doesn't leave any loose ends, so this should not be possible. Suddenly, the Black Warrior Rabbit hears something with his sharp ears, and the very next moment, an arrow comes flying towards Elka, who is not ready for it. Luckily, the Black Rabbit leaps into action just in time and swats away the arrow with his hammer. Iona realizes that they have been discovered, so she stops being quiet and loudly asks who attacked them. Suddenly, a bunch of skeleton soldiers radiating a menacing aura come forth from the darkness, and Elka freaks out on seeing them. Iona also gets nervous on seeing them and remarks that she has only read about it in an ancient document once, but the guards look like Dragonfang soldiers, who are creatures made from the bones of a dragon. The Black Rabbit doesn't care what is the origin story of the enemies because he just wants to throw hands, and Elka is ready for that too. However, Iona stops him, saying that they shouldn't attack the Dragonfang soldiers so casually because they have infinite stamina and they don't get destroyed easily either. On top of that, since they are made from dragon bones, even her magic won't work on them. She wonders how did Greed get so many dragon bones on top of having the white dragon seal. Suddenly, the Dragonfang soldiers start getting closer, and the panicky Theo asks Iona what should they do now. Suddenly, Elka steps up and tells everyone to hurry up and find Greed while he handles these bone monsters. Theo is worried about his underling and tells him that they should work together to find a way out, because he knows that Elka can't face these enemies alone. Suddenly, a Dragonfang soldier charges at him, but Elka takes this moment to aura farm and tell Theo that it is okay. Suddenly Hegel comes to his aid and smacks the Dragonfang soldier away, and Elka casually collects all the aura he just farmed and tells Theo that he is not alone. Hegel asks Elka why is he speaking like he knew he would come to help him, and Elka replies that it was because he knew it. Hegel is grumpy about his unnecessary attitude when suddenly the Black Rabbit steps up to join them, saying that he will also help them. However, Hegel simply smacks him away without a warning, telling him to go where he belongs because he has something else to protect. Black Rabbit falls straight in front of Pew Pew, who stretches out her hands but doesn't actually try to catch him. Well, Iona agrees with the two wolves and tells everyone that they must go around the other way and leave the overgrown puppies play with the bones. She says that Greed is even more dangerous than she thought because he can control the Dragonfang soldiers. She says that the only way to solve this problem is to defeat Greed. Everyone gets back on Elki's back and rides away, leaving the two wolf chieftains to fight against the Dragonbone soldiers. Theo tells both of them not to get hurt because he wants to meet them again, and even Elki tells Elka to stay safe for their clan. Meanwhile, Elka and Hegel have knocked out a couple of Dragonfang soldiers already, and Elka remarks that it is really ironic that he once used to work for Greed, but now it looks like he will die in his mansion. Hegel scoffs at him and asks who is saying that he will die, even as a bunch of Dragonfang soldiers approach them. On the other hand, Iona and others reach Greed's room and Iona blasts the door to enter inside in style. She tells Greed that his time is over, but the greedy boar is facing his portrait like a narcissist, and he doesn't even bother that the enemies are right on his door. He coldly tells Iona that she should have knocked before entering his room, because that is what civilized people do. He gets up menacingly and picks up a fearsome-looking axe because he plans to finish things with his own hands. However, to his shock, Iona is not here to be polite, and she hits him with a fireball dead in the face without any warning, and then asks if this is enough to take him down. That's the end of the video. Unfortunately, our time with waifu Aileen was limited, and she is going to turn into a dragon again, but not without giving Seijun his first kiss. On the other hand, Iona and her crew are in for a really tough battle against the mysterious forces commanded by Greed, and they might need some help or plot armor to win this battle. Let us see what more powers Greed is hiding and how the battle will progress in the next chapter. Till then, check out our channel for other videos and subscribe if you enjoy them.